Alright then, so it's tier list time. The water ranking event will end in a couple of days, and of course the guild ranking event is coming up with I think next week we are gonna get another element. I'm really hoping for a light element ranking event this time around, so I'm just crossing my fingers that it's gonna be a light element what's it called, ranking event next week. But anyways, now we have a water tier list update that I wanna do here, because I mean the tier list didn't change up all that much, but I mean some units moved down, some units moved up. Yeah, I mean it's nothing crazy, and of course I do wanna rank the new units as well. So yeah, let's start with Asuna, who is an obvious must-have character because she's a charge healer. So I do advise you to get her up to level 105 so that she gets the short wait time after using her charge heal skill. And I don't know when this video goes out, but the new cathedral just came out the day that I'm filming this video, and charge healer Yuki was like pretty crazy with the short wait time after using her charge heal skill. And in that video you really like notice how useful that is. So those of you who only have her on level 100, you are missing out on a much better unit. So I'm definitely recommending you to do that. Then I do wanna rank Alice. Now the thing is that it's pretty hard to rank, and it's pretty hard to like put like someone like, I don't know, let me say like Mermaid Roni, who I do wanna put in the very good / must have tier. And then there's this Alice, who is not a bad character at all, but is she as good as Mermaid Roni? It's a no for me. So I mean only because of that she is a good unit, but I mean I have no problem with that Alice, honestly. I mean her damage isn't as high as like Mermaid Roni's, but I mean she's a good unit. She's not bad at all. Same thing with this Edis. I'm not going I'm really not following the order right here, but I'm just hopping left and right. But anyways, like same thing with the Edis. Like they don't really do the highest amount of damage, but I mean they are still like pretty good and pretty usable units, if you ask me. Like they are nice. Like this is a nice link for the limited unit shoring Alice, and then of course this old water Alice is a good link for the recent water Edis, who is not like recent, but she's a couple months old. So yeah, I mean water Tisei, mermaid Tisei has to go into the same tier as Roni. I mean these two are really just broken. I see many people like like switching them out and stuff, but I mean, if you have them full Imaginarium, if you have like a few of their own Imaginariums, they are very good. They are doing very high damage and everything, and even in the like AOE ranking event, where you had the multiple targets, they were shining. So I mean they were very good. Then this of course Kirito. I mean his Imaginariums, I'm really thinking about putting him in the broken tier. He's just that good. He's just that good. Should I put him up there? I will see. I will put him right over here. But I think he deserves to be in the broken tier, but only if you have 4 of his Imaginariums. So don't forget that. He needs those 4 purple Imaginariums. Only then can he be a broken water unit, because I mean he gives bonus incarnate at the start. He gets all the attack buffs for himself, of course, but I mean his damage is just crazy high, and then I mean he's just kinda broken with his new Imaginariums. And I mean he was only in the good tier in the last ranking event when he actually got those new Imaginariums, but he wasn't as viable because he didn't have AoE skills. So but now he definitely shines much brighter than he did last time. Then of course this Xenon, now she's pretty good. She actually breaks a lot too, just like this Kirito. I mean, they both break like more than 70%, which is you know without break killing. This Xenon breaks a lot. Like, I mean, when she goes in enhanced mode, I don't know if it's she's actually here. I mean, she should be, yeah. When she goes in enhanced mode, she actually gets her break skill buffed. Like, she breaks even more. But I mean, other than that, I mean, she gives recollection field, so I mean, she's a pretty, an all-around pretty nice unit, I would say. Not really as like broken as like Kirito or any one of these other units, but she's like very good. I mean, wait, should I put her down? I don't know. Is she in a rank? I mean, to be honest, I would still put. She's a good character in my opinion. That's the thing. She has nice damage, like relatively nice damage if you have her bow. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you really need her bow so that she you know does good stuff. I think I would put her down because you need her bow, and it's not like there only is one water element bow in the whole game, and it's not easy to get, of course. So, I mean, if you have her bow and if you have some of her Imaginariums, she's a very good character. Let me just rank her in the very good tier, to be honest. Let me just rank her there, let me just leave her there for now. New Leafa, she's a break killer, but you know, with all the bonuses that she gets, she will go on to the broken tier. So she's pretty, you know, she's pretty crazy. She gets a lot of like damage buff. And she gives recollection field on both of her healing and breakout skill. So I mean, I'm gonna put her in the broken tier. I mean, of course, obviously she's a new character, so she has to go up there. Silica, the normal Silica. I would put her here, to be honest. She was pretty good doing the multiple target ranking event boss, but right now I don't really see many people using her. I mean, she does buff magic attack, so I mean she's pretty good, and her break skill is an AoE too, but I don't see many people using her. And I mean, her damage is actually like, you know, pretty good. So I mean, I think she can stay in the good tier. Like, she's a good character. So the same thing happened with this Eldri as with this Kirito. After his Imaginarium updates, he just got kind of like crazy. You know, with all the like, you know, bonus incarnate charge and attack buffs that he gets at the start. I mean, it's Eldri. He's a meme. But is he as good as everyone here? I think he is, actually. Now, the thing is that I don't have him full Imaginarium, so that's why it's a bit hard for me to decide here. Because I don't have him full Imaginarium, so I can't really like test him out and use him. And he's the one character that you can't really see many people using these days, because I mean, his charge skill and his second AoE skill, second assault skill is AoE, or AoE skill, so I don't know. I think I will rank him here, but I really want to hear your opinion. I think he's a good character, but he's really like dependent on the situation, because at the AoE ranking event, like many people used him over the Broken Water Tisei, who like heals on attack, gives crit on attack. So I mean, she's like helping out the team and everything, but many people were still using Eldri over her. So I mean, yeah, but I don't know about the single target boss. I don't think his damage is that high, so that he can be like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I really want to hear your opinion if you are using Eldri. Like, let me know what you think here, because I mean, it's hard to decide. Then I mean, I never see people using this Pajama Silica. I know that many people like her, kind of like to use her and stuff, but I don't think she's that viable if you ask me. But I mean, if you have her and if you must use her, like if she's your only option, then I mean go for it. I mean I don't think she's like an outdated unit yet, but I mean she's definitely not a viable you know, unit that like many people use anymore. Lina, sadly, and the Yu-Gi-Oh are outdated. I just want to get over those two because I mean there's not many things to say. I mean this Yu-Gi-Oh does give 2 recollection field on the incarnate skill, but I mean his damage never really was the craziest, and I mean I think his Imaginarium's got updated too, but I don't think he's all that much, you know. I don't think he's all that good. Then the Edis. Now, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with her, like, she's so broken against multiple target boss because of the, because, you know, her assault skill's damage increases the more targets she can hit. So, yeah, but I mean, she only has AoE skill, so of course her damage is a bit lower, but I mean, this enhanced skill is crazy, and I mean, she still does very good damage actually. So I mean I have to rank her in the very good tier. Then of course, no question about this Alice, like the insane buffs on attack and of course the damage she does and everything, like she has to go into the broken tier. And then DIL, she's the most recent unit. Oh, I didn't want to actually quit from her banner, but I mean she's the most recent unit. She just breaks a lot. Of course she raises her own magic attack when she goes in enhanced mode, and I mean her damage increases when the boss is over 150% incarnate charge, and I mean like she really just breaks a lot, you know. She's a recent character, like, you know, like every new character, the newer the character is, the more like bonus like buffs they get. So that's why that is one of the things that you need to like summon at least on one of these like characters to be able to reach like the top spots. So, and yeah, I mean she just has to go into the broken tier. She's very good. I'm sure she deals a lot of damage. Like I'm sure she's like with buffs near like 400k, I would say, or like 350. I'm sure she hits 350, but I mean, yeah, I mean she's like near 400k. Then of course recollection field Yu-Gi-Oh, he just has to go into the must-have tier. He's such a good unit, and like I mean he was like crazy, like he buffs. I don't think he's here. I mean he should be, yeah, he is. So this assault skill is worth everything in this game. He was such a good unit in his time because of this. Like he raises attack and magic attack by 15%, and there were newer units than him who only raised attack and magic attack by 5%, like the Dark Element Xenon. And I don't really understand what they did with this Yu-Gi-Oh, but he's just broken. And I mean he still does good damage, gives 3 recollection field on incarnate, and I mean he's just OP in my opinion, at least. And then of course Stacy Asuna, I'm so sad about her. Like let's just look at her kit. It's so plain and she doesn't do all that much. Like she only attacks, and on her incarnate skill, yeah, he gives 10% attack to all allies, so for 2 turns. But what is that? What is that? Like, oh man, I'm just sad about her. And I mean her, yeah, I mean her stats are not that good anymore. Her speed is pretty high, but yeah, I mean I don't think she's a viable character anymore. But yeah, I mean that is it. I mean I could even put her down here to be honest, but yeah, I mean because she's an enhanced mode character and because she like still deals like kinda okay damage, I have to put her over the Silica in my opinion. There's the tier list in my opinion. Let me move this character up there. I'm sorry, but I just need to move him up. With 4 Imaginariums, he's up here, but with less Imaginariums than 4, with like 2 or 3 or 1, he's down here. But with 4, he has to be up there, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think about the tier list. This is my opinion again, this is not official at all. So yeah, I mean, that is it for this one. I really hope this helped in a way or two. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.